it is so hard to believe that it's the conference championships of the 2024-25 NFL season. How do we get to this point?
It's the best show ever.
Best show ever, baby.
What's up?
Oh man.
I'm good. I'm good. What's going on?
All right. Let's just start this. Okay. There's a lot to talk about here.
There is. Yep.
All right. You've got Carl. You've got Doug. You've got Firebird Sports. It is the conference championship of the 2024-25 season. Now, I was telling Carl that before we started here. I go, do you remember ABC Wide World of Sports? And it was something that came on every Saturday. It was awesome. They had all kinds of sports. And they started out, they go, it's the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. And so I'm not rubbing it in. I'm enjoying the thrill of victory. Yeah. And I'm sorry, dude. Yeah. I am so sorry. You know how many people texted me and sent me notes? I go, how's Carl doing? How's Carl doing?
I wasn't good through Monday. I was not, and I actually thought I was doing better, and right up until the point of when we started the show, I was pretty good. Right up until the point.
I'm sorry, bud.
Like, listen,
I feel so bad.
Here's the thing. Yeah. Like, Washington kicked our tail. Jaden Daniels is the real deal. It was like this felt like it was gonna be different. Now I still have to have the Super Bowl on my birthday now without the Lions. Like it was all lined up. Like listen, the cosmos, from the Big Bang up until now, everything was set in motion.
Yes.
Everything was set in motion.
It was there
for the Lions to win the Super Bowl on my birthday.
Oh.
And I don't know what are you gonna do. Listen, here's agony and defeat. It's there. I'm feeling it. Listen, for anybody that was waiting for Carl to get kicked down, everybody that was waiting for this moment, you got it because it hurt. It hurt. I'm better.
Oh yeah.
I'm better, but it hurt.
So Pheng texts me. Pheng, who should be on the Super Bowl show.
Awesome.
We're gonna have him on the Super Bowl show. Yeah. So he texts me. He goes, "Do you ever get over this?" And I go, dude, you're talking to the wrong person. Because I watched, when I was a little kid, I was watching the Steelers and the Raiders and the Immaculate Reception, where Franco Harris catches that ball out of the air and beats, in the playoffs, beats the Raiders for a touchdown. I also watched the Tuck Rule, where Brady and the Patriots robbed the Raiders of winning a playoff game. And to this day, it still keeps me up. It was horrible.
How many Super Bowls have the Raiders been to?
Raiders have been to the 4 Super Bowls. And they're 3-1.
And how many have
No, 5 Super Bowls. They're 3-2.
You've been to 5 Super Bowls.
Yes.
Out of how many?
Almost
60?
Almost 60. Yeah.
So you've been to like 10% of the Super Bowls, and you're going to compare your agony. You're going to compare your agony to our agony?
Yeah. Okay.
10% of the Super Bowls you've been a participant in.
I'm sorry. I'm not.
That's all right.
I'm trying to give it.
I'm trying to be okay. Yeah. I'm trying to because here's the. If we're good. Did you do Carl? We got that?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Listen, we good. That's enough of the intro. Because listen, I could go. Here's where I am.
Dude, it's tough.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to try to compare your Raider fandom.
Well, but I'm just trying to explain that. I'm trying to explain that this is fans take this stuff. I mean, you live this
No,
stuff.
it is. So here's the thing with the Lions is it was hard to listen to people bang on Jared Goff.
Oh gosh, no. Gosh.
It was hard to listen to. It had nothing to do with Ben Johnson leaving his post. We already knew he was on his way out. Yeah. This was not new information. You forget, like, everybody talked about the Lions' failures. Or that, Jared Goff didn't... We made mistakes. We turned the ball over. Guess what? There was another team that showed up that day that prepared to win.
Absolutely.
Okay? And they are not... there's about to be a changing of the guards in the NFL because Jaden Daniels has been doing it all year.
Yeah.
We don't see the primetime games. I don't know if you remember that Bengals game when he scored on every possession.
Yep.
The guy is scary legit.
He is.
Scary.
He is.
So I get into that. But here's the thing, as a Lions fan, this is what after I kind of got over the pain and hearing everybody like this Super Bowl or bust mentality that we have to win a Super Bowl. I want to win a Super Bowl. I want to be a fan, and I want to see my Lions in a Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl. But listen, we have now won the division 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
We were NFC champs 2 years in a row, right? We were 2 years in a row. We made an NFC championship game last year. We got kicked. We got the first number 1 seed this year. We went 15-2, and we got kicked in the teeth in the first round.
Yeah.
Listen, with Brad Holmes, we have built this not by going out and grabbing the Crosbys, not by going and trading for the top.
It was a build.
No, we did. We traded our star quarterback for the building blocks.
Yes.
Then they've built through the draft. You know what, Brad Holmes, the reason that they hired him from LA was because of his ability to evaluate the Rams.
He came for the Rams. He came for the Rams. All right.
And he was known for his ability to evaluate talent. Now, listen. Welcome to Carl and Doug talking about their favorite teams. Okay?
Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta move.
No, listen. This is because this is how I feel as a Lions fan. Like Brad Holmes, this is not a fluke that he can evaluate talent.
Sure.
This is not he didn't go out and give the farm away for a player to replace these injured players. And you know what? If we had,
as I was calling all year long, Crosby.
But guess
Crosby.
What? We go get Crosby, and guess what? We still lose because of the 18 other guys that got injured.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you're not going to. These guys that are running the show in Detroit now are smarter than that. And you know what? I hear people talk about our window. There's no window. If it's not what we are building with the Lions, whether we lose the guys that are the core now eventually in a couple years, with Campbell and with Brad Holmes, they're going to make the right hire as an offensive coordinator. They're going to make the right hire as a defensive coordinator.
Right.
And we're going to be competing for a division championship next year, which makes my football season more fun.
Absolutely.
Which is what it's all about. Absolutely. The journey. It's about the journey. It's about living the memory.
It is the journey. Okay. That's right. Living a memory.
Live a memory.
That's right.
Live the journey. We could have a decade here of winning football.
Yes.
Where we're going to compete. We're not the doormat. We're not the laughingstock. We're going to be good. We're going to be in the playoffs. And if you give me an at-bat every year for the next 10 years, I'll take that because we could hit one out. That's the only chance you got to hit one out.
And you know who's going to be along with you?
And we're going to be good.
The Lions are going to be along with you. Skull is going to be out there because I think that they get the building blocks. Yeah. The Broncos are going to be out there.
Yeah. Washington could be our nemesis. I have a fear that Washington's going to be like this game right here.
Yeah. You don't like it, but the Texans are going to be out there. What I'm saying is that
the Texans are going to thanks for getting a laugh in there. That was a good one. The Texans.
No, what I'm saying is, look, it is cool to see new teams or teams rise up, right? The Raiders are not in there.
There are people that like to see. There's actually a word for it, and I don't know it, but other people in pain.
Yeah.
And if there are people that have been waiting for me to feel this pain, as much talk said about the Lions, we're there. You got it. You got it. Because it hurt. It hurt.
Of course it does. Of course it does.
But at the end of the day, man, we have had now, and it's actually two and a half seasons because we made a run at the playoffs
2 years ago. I was talking about them even more so, like the level that you are now. I mean, they went 9-8. Yeah. They beat the Packers the very last game, and they missed the playoffs because I forget who won that day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was the Seattle game.
Yeah, I think it was Seattle. Yeah. The long story short, you're right. It's been 2 solid years, actually 2.5 years, right? Yeah. That they came and they built it up, and the cool thing about with the way that they've done it, you could see it happening.
Yeah.
It wasn't a surprise.
And
it wasn't a fluke. You could see it building up. And so for all the teams getting new head coaches and all that, that is the model. It
is the model, and it doesn't just start. It starts with Brett Holmes. That's why, like, Ben leaving, Glenn leaving, Dan Campbell's like, look, we lost two big pieces, and we've seen that affect teams before. But Dan Campbell's the man, and Brad Holmes is going to hire they're going to put the right people in place. Those guys are a great team. And at the end of the day, listen, even next year, this Super Bowl or bust mentality is you give me another season of rooting football, of exciting football, of a winning team. We win a division. We go to the playoffs. Yes, I want to win it all. Yes, I want to get there. But if we happen to get kicked in the teeth by Daniels again, then we pick ourselves up and we go after it again. That's what I'm excited
I heard
about.
somebody talking about this. They go, okay, you lost Johnson, you lost Glenn, right? The Patriots, for 20 years, every year they lost coaches, right? The Chiefs, every year they lose coaches. You know what I mean? You can go in all those teams. That is a sign that you are a good organization.
That's where I want to be. That's where I want to be.
I mean,
that's where I don't want to be a one-off like in Atlanta. You get there, or Arizona gets there one year, and then I don't want to be a one-off. I want to be. I want give us an at-bat every year. And that's where we're at.
That's a sign of a good organization. Okay,
that's where we're at.
So let's move on. Sorry about that. I know we've been talking a lot about the Lions, but it's fun because it's not just the Lions. Insert your team on, because there's Vikings fans, there's Ravens fans out there right now feeling bad.
Buffalo can't get over the hump right now. Buffalo,
I know.
Go back to their 4 Super Bowls in a row.
Absolutely.
You look how much Buffalo, fun, if you were a fan, you think back to that, how much fun were those years?
You tell me there aren't Bills Mafia fans right now ready to puke just thinking about this?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. Okay, back to it. Congrats to the Buckeyes. They did it. They did. Okay, now here's how bad.
If you did it, that would have been the biggest failure in history.
Yeah, that's true. Listen, that's true.
Okay, fine. They were the best team all season long.
Yeah.
They were. I did not understand how they lost to Oregon, and it made no sense the way you guys puked against Michigan. But you won the national championship, and the only reason you got the chance, is because of the college football playoff.
Absolutely.
Which is. I don't care about the seedings. The games were crap, except for maybe 2 of them. But at the start of it, there were 12 teams that had a chance.
Absolutely.
There were 12 teams that said, if we win, we can win the national championship.
Absolutely.
And Ohio State was the best of the bunch by far. And I hopefully learned a lesson in my NFL picks because of that. But they were the best team. Far and above, national champs, earned it, deserved it, everything about it.
Have you ever seen The Truman Show? You remember the movie The Truman Show? Okay, so The Truman Show is about this character that his life has been on TV for his entire life. Okay, at the very end of the show, he gets out, and then they show all these people watching. They're like, okay, what do we watch now? And so here I am with my Buckeye fans. It's now Tuesday, right? We're already talking about next season. It's like, okay, we're done with this. Let's get on to the next season.
And you won, and forever the first 12-team playoff you guys won, just like the first other.
Absolutely.
Like you guys got that forever.
All right, so let's go.
You guys got that forever, just like I have that we beat you in 06 and football and basketball the same season. I have that forever.
Yeah, you got that forever. So you're trying to grind it in. Just you're trying to grind it in.
You have that forever. I still have 06. So 10 years from now, when you're still talking about the first one,
you're trying to grind it in, aren't you? You're trying to get your digs in. Okay. Okay, so last week you and Pinger went 1-3.
Yeah.
It was tough. Those were tough games. I mean,
still good seasons.
It's still good season. Okay, I went 2-2. I took down the chin with the Ravens. I thought the Ravens.
I did too. Look, Andrews makes that catch, and it could be a different ballgame.
It's more than that catch. You can't put it on Andrews just because he didn't make the catch.
I didn't put it on him. If he makes that catch, it goes to overtime.
Yeah.
We could be. All I was saying is, if he makes that catch, we could have a different game.
Yeah.
I don't blame Andrews. Neither did Lamar Jackson, which he handled that like a champ. Yeah, the whole organization. Don't put that on Andrews. He's the best tight end, one of the best tight ends in the game.
Okay, 3-team parlay. I mean, it seems okay.
Good job, Alex.
But Alex Ringet. Okay, he got 3-team parlay. Yep. He's the only one that got 3 wins.
Yep.
There's nobody else that submitted. Who they're getting. He was the only
3 out of 4.
3 out of 4. That's awesome. So, any takeaways from the games last week? I do. But
I mean, as far as why, my takeaway is that I feel like there's going to be a changing in the guard of the, everybody talks about the Patrick Mahomes and how great he is, and the he's the hero, and the refs, he gets all the call.
Yeah.
There's him and Kelsey, right? There is going to be, we are going to soon be, State Farm is going to be calling Jaden Daniels pretty soon, is what I think. He has been, this was not a fluke. He did it at Tampa. I'm not just saying it because he beat the Lions. I'm scared he's going to beat me again. I'm going to get tired of getting beat by him. I got beat by him when he was at LSU. I saw him play against Florida. But if he stays, his key is if he stays healthy, because he is a runner, and he's electric, and man, does he make them dangerous.
But no, he's a runner, but he passes the ball, and he's accurate.
Holy
and
smokes.
So,
Probably the most accurate pure passer in the game today.
I would say that I don't know about that, but because we all know CJ Stroud is much better than that. No, but Jalen Hurts is not a complete quarterback like Jaden Daniels is. Jalen Hurts can run. Jalen Hurts can run. Jalen Hurts throws the ball. He doesn't pass the ball. He gets the ball in an area.
Some of the throws are just amazing.
Jaden Daniels passes the ball. He hits targets.
Yeah, he's really
good. So, okay, what I want to bring up is, I mentioned in the regular season there were 15 teams that had a positive turnover ratio.
Don't turn the ball over. Yep.
13 of them went to the playoffs. Yep. 13 of the 14 teams that went to the playoffs had a positive turnover ratio. And that just shows you, again, turnovers. You're not going to win when you turn over 5 times.
Tough to do.
You're not going to do it. Okay, everybody's talking about Mark Andrews. They turned the ball over 3 times before they played with Mark Andrews, right?
Yeah. No,
you're not going to win.
Yeah.
The Rams had a chance to beat the Eagles.
Yep.
Those 2 turnovers, that was
classic Stafford fashion.
Absolutely,
it is.
It is.
Yeah, does he bring them back from the
But
dead?
I'm just saying, though, it comes down to turnovers.
100%. Don't turn the ball over. Yep.
Don't turn the ball over. Okay, so real quick, I want to take a quick look here. Now, this is the board. We have not looked at the board since the last time, probably about a month ago. We put the contenders and pretenders out.
Wow.
So,
Washington.
Clearly, that's a big miss. We were saying more pretender than, contender. The Vikings, they should have been here. I think maybe in that area.
How do you do that with a team that went 14?
I know. I mean, in hindsight,
yeah.
The Rams is probably right in the right spot. And honestly, these guys were all in the right spot.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking them. I think we did a good job of kind of sorting out.
That was pretty clear. Yeah,
where they should have been. And we have the frauds where the frauds are. Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. So, looking forward to bringing this out next year, man. Okay, so. Always have to ask this question. Fox has the Super Bowl. We have 4 teams left. We have the Chiefs and the Bills. We have the Eagles and Washington. If you're looking for eyeballs, I'm not being a fan. I'm just saying if there's a national game that brings the most eyeballs, is there one that you think is the most intriguing?
They probably want to see Patrick Mahomes versus Jaden Daniels.
You know what? I would go with that. I would circle that one right there too. I'm with you. I mean, not knocking Bills.
Not knocking any of the 4, just like
absolutely
the electric matchup. How do you not?
Plus the Chiefs going for 3, going for a 3-peat.
Yeah.
That's a storyline right there versus Jaden Daniels.
The new rookie changing the guard.
Absolutely, I think you could build the most storylines with that matchup right there. So let us know.
Or you could build a storyline: the Kansas City Chiefs versus the team that had to change their name because they had a name like the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, and of course the refs will be in red jerseys too. They'll be.
That's always right. I think that's going to change.
So let us know who you think is at like Fox lines. Okay, a couple of quick numbers on the matchups. At home, the Eagles are 10-1 this year. Away, look at that. Washington impressed the heck out of me. 7-3 on the road.
They don't lose that many games.
That's impressive. That is really impressive. Both of them against a spread. It's hard to pick against them, right? I mean, they both have positive with the spread. Looking at the AFC with the Chiefs and the Bills, what do you say about the Chiefs? I mean, go to Arrowhead. Yeah. That's tough. But look at their against the spread. That's been. I mean. You've been on that all year. I mean, with against the spread on them. The Bills, that's where about you think that they should be away, and then against spread they're not too bad. So as we're looking at the spreads here and that, that's something to consider. All right, real quick, do a quick weather report. See if it's going to be any factor here. Philadelphia looks like it's going to be 44, and some wind. That's not bad. That's football weather, baby. That's there. So the weather shouldn't be a factor, and
These are pretty strong winds.
Those are, but
so this isn't a controlled environment, and it's not sunny Florida.
No, it's not. But still, 44 is not too bad. The temperature, the winds.
The winds are going to affect the passing game.
Even
10 to 15 mile an hour winds.
Yeah, you
affect the ball.
Yeah,
That's
you're right.
Quarterbacks.
You're right.
They'll tell you. You quarterback in the NFL, they'll tell you. I've seen interviews. 10 to 15 mile per hour. They don't like it. They don't like it.
Kansas City, it's going to be just about freezing, which is not bad. It could be worse, right? And light winds. So I mean, the weather should not be a factor at all in that game. So that's exciting. Okay, one quick thing before we get to the board. New head coaches. I can't believe some of these head coaches. Okay, Ben Johnson now for the Bears. Mike Vrabel, which we already knew about the Patriots. Aaron Glenn to the Jets. And just today, this is Thursday, is announced early this morning, Liam Cohen, who's the offense coordinator from the Bucks, went to the Jaguars. And Jurassic Park, I think somebody for the Raiders was watching Jurassic Park, and they said, let's dig up some fossils. So they got Pete Carroll.
I mean, they got. I don't know. I mean, I was looking at that. It made me think of the way Dick Vermeil came back, because people talk the same way about.
He did take him to the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, Dick Vermeil took the Rams to the Super Bowl when he came back.
Yeah.
Won a Super Bowl, but. He was 63. I looked at him. I was like, "Wait, I remember everybody thinking like, oh, is he too old for the game? Can he relate today's player?"
He's gonna be 74.
But he was always a player's coach. Though.
I know that. But he's gonna be around. I mean, oh my gosh,
is he gonna be around? I know. For the next 4 years, that's tough. Like some people won't be around.
Okay, we only got 2 games, but before we do that, let's go to the brown bag. So what you got in the brown bag?
Here's the thing. My definition of the brown bag is fans wake up Monday morning and the embarrassment of their team from the day before was so bad that they put on a brown bag and they wear that to work. That's my definition of the brown bag all year. Who's the team? The fan is like, I can't. Yeah. And I cannot. Everybody wants to say the Lions because they lost that game. Number 1 seed, supposed to make the Super Bowl, and everybody wants to say Lions. And everybody wants to say Baltimore.
Yeah.
So the thing with the Lions is they've got all the pieces. They played against a team that came ready to play.
Yeah.
And Washington played amazing on the road. And Baltimore, they're still a play away from winning that game on the road and advancing to another AFC Championship game. Both these teams, neither one of them need to hang their head for any reason whatsoever.
Dude,
and I have zero.
I'm so with you.
I have zero brown bags. I have zero brown bags
this week. Tell us what you think about that. But I'm with you, Carl.
I got no brown bags.
Absolutely with you on that.
I got none.
Yeah,
no reason.
Because
I am not. Yeah. I mean, I was down. I was bummed, but. When I look up and I think about where the Lions have come and where they were and where we've been and the years that we had.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Great. I had you can't take anything of the last 18 weeks, 19 weeks away from the excitement that I had for all that time. And you don't have that in the past.
I love it. I love it. Tell us what you think about that. What do you think about... At this point,
listen, don't get me wrong. Anybody that wants to see me in pain and dejected and head down and you got pleasure from my pain, I am in a great deal of pain. Okay? I'm just saying, I'm excited for our season and the future.
Okay, let's go to the board here, man. We'll go to the 3 o'clock game. Washington takes on the Eagles.
Why is it on this side of the board?
What's that? Because it's always NFC is on this side of the board. But this happens to be the first game, 3 o'clock.
Okay.
We're going to go. It's okay. It's all right. I know he's in this mode. We start here, go over there.
Yeah.
That's why it really takes it out of,
we flip sides. On our one show this season when we flip sides, that was so crazy.
All right. So it's the Eagles by 6. That's a lot of points.
That stings.
Okay. Let me just get in front of that. Yeah. Okay. So the Eagles and Washington played twice. They played, I think it was in week 11 and week 16. The Eagles won the first one. Washington won the second one, but there was no Jalen Hurts. Mm-hmm. In both games, Saquon ran for like 150 yards in both games, all right? Jalen is hurt. I mean, he's got a bum knee. And I know if I'm the defensive lineman or anybody, for Washington, I'm going after that knee.
Yeah.
I mean, so...
Wow.
Well,
okay.
no, but
New
that's
Orleans
the way it
Saints,
is.
are you going to put bounties on him?
No.
What was that? You're going to go...
tackling.
No, this isn't 1960s football, Doug Brimmer. There's not a bounty on Jalen Hurts.
I'm not going...
What are you thinking? They're going to take him out?
No, they're going to take him out.
I'm going after his knee.
All right, I take that back that sort of way. Jeez. What I mean is I'm going to tackle him low.
Are you? I don't think they're going
I wouldn't
after
tackle
his
him high anyway. Right. So okay, but all right, all right.
Jeez,
wait a minute. That's why in hockey they say he has a lower body injury. They never say where the body injury is, right? Or an upper body injury. Why?
Maybe because back in the 30s and the 40s.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not
bounties on players.
Oh my gosh, I'm not putting a bounty on anybody. Jeez, I'm going to get all kinds. This could get views though.
Right.
I'm not doing it like that.
Go after his
Go
knees.
after his knees.
Hit.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, right.
So, what say you? I tell you what, Pinger, let's just get right to the board. Ping says, let's go with the Eagles. He says the Eagles win and cover. Yeah. And you know what I'm going to do? I like the kid. I like this kid. I will take a dog.
That is a solid dog.
I will take a dog.
All season, man, that is a solid
I'm taking a dog
right there. Because listen, this game, Washington, man, are they electric. Holy smokes, are they electric. So many games I saw them play. Daniels, he's tough to bring down. But Philly, at the same time, they are familiar with Washington.
Yeah.
They are familiar with what Daniels can do. And God, their offensive line. Barkley, I could have probably run for 2,000 yards with that offensive line.
I know.
Do you see like the holes that they put? And then he hits the hole. And he's gone, right?
So, you know what? The Lions ran on Washington last week. They had 200 yards rushing, like I said, Saquon. Yeah. 2 150-yard games. It gets okay. What do you say? We're going to move on to the next
defense too. Philly's defense.
Okay.
And listen, I have not been a believer in Philly all year, and I give up.
Okay.
I give up.
Go.
Philly is going to win this game.
Oh, wow, Carl.
And they're going to win this game by a couple of scores. It's not going to be comfortable.
Even when Jalen Hurts.
Washington, it's been a fun story. It's been a fun ride. The clock strikes midnight. Philly flexes their muscles.
Okay.
I'm done banging on Sirianni. I'm done banging on that team.
So the chariot turns back into a pumpkin.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles are going. I don't want to see the Eagles in the Super Bowl. I don't want to see this green right here that they have in the logo in the Super Bowl. But guess what? They are going to do it, and they're going to cover that number.
Okay, there you go. Wow.
You'll see it's 6.5, but you got to give up more.
I'm impressed. Okay, let's go to Sunday night. The Bills take on the Chiefs. What can you say? Chiefs by 1.5.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the matchup I think everybody wanted. Now, they did play in Week 11. Of course, the Bills beat the Chiefs pretty well. There was no Isaiah Pacheco. There was no Hollywood Brown for the Chiefs. So this is one where the Bills' defense or secondary is not exactly the best. So, you know what? I know that Pinger is going with the Bills. I'm going to go to the Chiefs. In fact, I'm going to go to the Chiefs so much, I'm drinking the red Kool-Aid. There you go.
Your Kool-Aid pick.
So what do you like, my friend?
Well, I can't agree with the Kool-Aid pick, right? Because that would mean it's probably going down, right? But listen.
It's absolutely right.
Again, the last matchup that I really want to see in the Super Bowl is Kansas City and Philly.
Yeah.
Everything feels like it should be Josh Allen's year. This is his time to break through the ceiling. But, man, Mahomes and Kelsey are going to do it again.
There you go.
They don't cover big spreads, but they're going to win this game at home. And we've got a Kansas City-Philly Super Bowl. Let's just bring it home. Let's bring this thing home. Yes, I'm hurt, guys. I'm still hurt. Hey, let me give you a quick 3-teamer.
There you go.
I'm going to give you a 3-team parlay. This is a player prop parlay.
It's a prop parlay.
Yeah. Go Kelsey over 66.5 yards receiving.
Kelsey over.
I want Worthy over 5 receptions.
Okay.
5 plus. So over 4.5.
Okay.
And then Hurts is going to rush for over 30.5.
Love it.
That's it. Book that.
We'll put those in the notes in the show.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so everybody gets it out there. We'll also put it on Twitter and Facebook and all that sort of stuff. Hey, dude, we did it. We are on to the Super Bowl next.
Let's go.
Okay.
Hey, guys, enjoy the games. Pick some winners.
And Carl looks like he's a little bit better now.
I'll be all right.
Hey, everybody, have a great weekend of football.
I said, pick some winners. Let's go.
We'll see you. Bye.